We're dating, right? And I walk into you and the girl in Dubai. I was knocking on your door for 15 minutes. You didn't open the door for me. And I had to lie to you that it's urgent. I have an emergency before you could put the door for me. I'm human now. You don't tell girls that. So I was so curious that I wanted to know what was in the room. And I kept knocking 15 minutes. And he opened up the door and the girl was there. You might not feel remorseful or anything. Who does that? Like, really? Then I didn't want to cause a scene.
And it wasn't someone you knew?
No, she sat down and she was covering her face with. Although I saw him talking to the girl in night before at One African Fest. It was the next one at One African Fest. And I got mad. I stepped out. I'm like, what did I just see? And I went back inside. It didn't even work after me. The girl was there. The lights were up. Was playing music. It was always smiling like I don't care. And I walked out thinking my so-called boyfriend will be after me. Nah, it didn't work after me. He didn't look for me. He didn't call me. And I zipped my mouth. I didn't tell anybody in this room what happened in November. And he was acting all cool, like nothing. Just after I walked into you with a lady. He was like, he's sorry, he's just not ready to be committed. Yeah. And to me, the housemate didn't know we're no more in a relationship. The sheep, the fans believe we're in a relationship. So if you do any other thing, it's like disrespectful to me. Like, at this one was ever respectful, the chorus, you know. So whenever he does something, I'll call him to it. This thing you did, please, try and do it this way. Or should we tell these people that we're no more? Do you understand? And all that. Because housemates are saying it, like, almost for me, we reject the chorus and all that. Then so many things started happening. I like to keep my things to myself. Trust me, I hate the situation from all housemates, and even my closest friend. You know, so I started like, let me just put some boundaries to it and all of that. So that happened, and like it was like, oh, why I didn't let him know about, oh, you took Sasuke out. Sasuke walked up to me at Future Awards. She called me before Future Awards that she wanted to have a talk with me. I'm like, okay. That day at Future Awards, she was there, he was there, Niggy was there. And I went to say hi to some guests that were in front, and apparently Sasuke was sitting down there. So we said hi together, and I went back to my seat, which was beside him, and me. Then she messaged me like, oh, can we have that conversation now? I'm like, okay. Because I was sharing my hotspot with me. I gave me my phone, so I went to her phone list. Then she was like, oh, you know, this, that. I can't really remember what she was saying that day. I don't remember. But one thing that struck me was because my mother had gone out a couple of times and he told me that I'm not dating. Because she believed it was not genuine. Okay. She was saying it
so
in
it was like he was feeding.
Do I lie?
It was like he was feeding the.
Yeah, that means I didn't want people to be like, okay, we told you so.
So you're basically saying Dubai was where this went south. Did she ever explain to you what the situation was?
In Dubai?
The girl.
According to him, said she just came that morning. And I'm like, I don't care what happened behind closed door. But for the fact that you chose to keep her in there and left me outside banging on your door for 15 minutes was nonsense. And you didn't even walk after me. After that situation, you came to meet. That was the only time you felt you were going to tell me, because of what I saw, that you didn't have to tell me all this while. You don't want to be in a committed relationship. Yeah?
I traveled alone, and it was not my first time in Dubai. And I make friends wherever I travel to. And it doesn't need to be, you know, sexual or anything of that sort. I make genuine friendship and just, you know, keep the vibe and energy going. We went to the bus, so I came back with the rest of the housemates to the bus. And I think people that were there knew that we couldn't take any other, you know, non-housemates. I mean, I'm like, hey, what's up? It's been a while. How you doing? I mean, catching up with an old friend.
So you knew her before?
Yeah, I knew her before. And so I got home. And they were like, oh, I'll find time and come and see. I was like, okay, that's fine. I mean, meeting a friend after a long time should not be a problem. And I didn't exactly know what to do.
So until you had called me, you didn't know she was the one banging.
No. Until I called, I didn't know she was the one banging. Because, I mean, no one was like, hi, it's me, girl. I didn't know. So, and I responded like, oh, I'm knocking. Come and open the door. It's an emergency. I'm like, okay, can I come to the room? Because that station was not exactly a good station for hard to walk into. I mean, I believe some guys will feel that way. They don't want to let someone they're having, you know, someone they're having a relationship with to walk into that situation. And so I was like,
you're saying you were sleeping?
Yeah, I was. I woke up to the knock and everything.
Was she also sleeping?
No, she wasn't. I mean, music was on, yeah. Music was on. So responded like, okay, can I come see you in your room? Because I didn't want her to walk into that situation because it was going to be very embarrassing and hurtful for her. So, and all of my close friends that were not housemates, that hey, this situation, how far it's somehow. And I felt like I should have addressed the situation in a different way. And I know at that point I messed up. I should have actually walked after her and make her understand that that was not what it was. But at that point, I also felt like the tension was too high that I should just keep everything, let everything die down, so that I know how to.
Sorry, how did you go from that to? She said you didn't want to be exclusive anymore. Was that what made you get to that point?
Situation. So when that happened, at that point, honestly, I wasn't exactly thinking straight because a lot of things were happening. I was like, how would she feel? I know I'd hurt her and I apologized. I told her, okay, this has been going on and I feel like it's not exactly working. Maybe it was the wrongest time to have said that.
Maybe forgot something. I was chatting with him that morning, and the hotel doesn't have like a band, so maybe it has a bell that you ring here. So I was chatting with him that morning. I got food, so we're chatting. There's food. What do you want? So as I was chatting with him, I'm like, okay, let me even just go surprise him at the door. So I was chatting with him.
So you saying he wasn't sleeping?
He was not sleeping. He was replying. So when I got to the door, I rang the bell. The door they opened.
Is that the case?
Okay, I rang the bell. The door didn't open the door. Then I called them because I was hearing music. The phone rang. He didn't pick. And I'm like, I'm at your door. I can bring my phone and show you if you want me. I'm at your door. Can you come open the door? Then I called again. The phone was ringing, but now I could not hear it ring. And time was tick-tocking and all, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And I'm like, and he had to, for like, oh, I'm sorry, can I come to yours later? I'm with someone. I'm like, okay. I kept ringing and I kept calling. He was replying me. So he was not sleeping. I was not doing boom, boom, boom. The door has a bell. Your room was just beside us, right? Let me finish. I didn't cut you off. So he was chatting with me. I was chatting with him. He was replying me.
You didn't see anything happening. You just saw a girl on.
The light was up. The music was playing. It was dark. The bed was rough, and the girl at the edge, and she was covering her face with face masks.
Okay. Beatrice, your body, yes.
Nicola said that she got out of the house and then she had some things. I just want to talk about that. Like I said before, during and after the show, I've always loved Nicola. So coming into the house, I saw her. I was really excited that I was going to be friends with her, take a ball. That didn't come true because I didn't get the vibe from her side, you understand? And I don't like to force myself on people. Yeah. So I decided to just stay back and just watch things happening. So one day we had a conversation on the dining table and she told me about her past and I'm sorry that I'm shaking because this relationship is going to hurt her. I said it. That Emmanuel likes her personality, you understand? But I think he wants her in another body. I said that, I'm not going to lie. And that wasn't an insult. The house, and then I interviewed the major round, and then they asked me what I think about every housemate, and then they asked me about Liquorose, and I said I think Liquorose is not that smart. I didn't really insult her. I was trying to say that in that situation, that she wasn't smart to see what was coming for her. But I was not able to explain it better. Then the bloggers took it and explained it the way they wanted to. So I think I was to like explain to her and apologize to her before now. But I wanted to do it. I was waiting for this opportunity. I want to do it like in front of everybody so they can actually see that deep down. Sorry that I'm emotional. And in front of everyone, I'm saying that I am so sorry.
It's alright, it's okay.
Okay. That was a sweet moment, guys. Come.
It's okay.
Now, second. Okay, you just look on it. You said nothing was going on. You also saw what you saw, besides all of the other things that happened after that. So, is this done?
Yeah.
Completely?
Yes.
Relationship?
Yes.
Friendship? Yeah.
No, I don't need a friendship.
So it's done. You guys are never going to be friends? Yes.
No, it's come with disrespect. No, I'm done.
For you, you still feel the same?
It's not working for both of us.
Sorry?
It's not working for both of us.
Even a friendship?
I don't think so.
That's capsized.
I think for some reason, the day I called Liquor, when I told it to come to the house, I was tempted to like call Emmanuel. I wanted both of them to come to my house.
When was this? Before or after Dubai?
And the fact that even as friends.
Even as friends, exactly.
You get the
I
point.
think that's the part that's
That's
weird.
So I don't know if people can be friends. I don't want people to be enemies.
Okay,
The point.
but they say there's always a thin line.
Yeah, because
It usually goes from love to hate, so.
It was funny to me at first, till I started seeing that it was more than that. So, where do I even start from? She said in the house, I said a couple of times that I didn't believe what they had was real. And I would honestly say, maybe there were moments I said that, but I do not remember because to everybody, even to Angel, when we had that discussion, I told her, I thought what they had was real. It was genuine. There's the shippers fan base, that still think you guys are together. It's not fair to them for you to keep it out there. And when I met her to talk to her at the awards, it was because I started seeing online people speculating that I and Emmanuel were together. And at first I was like, of course, it's just the fans. After a while, they'll get over it. But it kept on coming up. And like I said, as much as we would like to pretend or dismiss the fact that the fans don't influence us, there are some things they say that would get to us.